Hey guys, Jessica here with JWO Designs. As some of you may know, this past weekend I went to a convention called Rocket City NerdCon in Huntsville, Alabama. This is the second year in a row that this convention has been going on, and I help out a lot and volunteer at this convention. But this year is a little bit different. I got to do some panels. My first panel that I did was So You Want To Cosplay. It was basically for beginning cosplayers or people that were looking to start cosplaying. It went over everything that was basic. So today's video is basically me going over the PowerPoint again. I'm going to present it like I did at the panel at the convention. So let's go ahead and get started. So, cosplay. A lot of people know the word, but they don't know where it came from. So basically it's a short term for costume play. It's where you dress up in costume as a specific character. It was coined by a Japanese guy. I cannot remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he came up with that term, I believe, after he went to a convention in Los Angeles back in the 90s. So it became popular in Japan in the early 1990s. Where cosplay originated is really not a certain place, but no, I mean, a lot of people know that it comes from Japan. So it became really popular in the 1990s, and it's become a lot more mainstream here in the United States in the past 10 years. And it covers everything, basically. Cosplay can cover TV shows, video games, movies, books. A lot of people do original characters and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and explain the basic supplies and tools that cosplayers need to start their cosplaying hobby. So the basic materials that you'll need to make your cosplay stuff is craft foam or EVA foam, paint, which can be acrylic paint or spray paint, and thermoplastics. They're pretty optional. You don't really need them. They are on a pricier side, so a lot of beginning cosplayers really don't go towards thermoplastics because it's just a lot of money. Of course, the most popular one being Worbla, and the next one Wonderflex. And as you can see here, there's a bunch more that I listed, and you can find most of them by Googling them, but I'm just going to let you know where to find Worbla, the most popular one. So basic tools that you'll need to work with: a sewing machine, unless you want to hand sew your costume, which some people do. That's okay. Good for you. Hot glue gun. Every cosplayer I know has a hot glue gun, so get yourself one. I mean, there's some people that just don't even like sew their costumes, and they just go ahead and hot glue everything together. It's a new trend. It's kind of crazy. Scissors to, cut stuff. Retractable craft or razor blade, as you see there at the bottom. The little picture that I included there. Make sure you get the ones with the blade that you can snap off and such. Dremel, rotary tool, or a power drill. And also, I believe I left out one here. Oopsies. The upper right picture is a heat gun. That is not a blow dryer. Blow dryer does not get hot enough like a heat gun does. You will probably most likely need a heat gun to shape the craft foam and EVA foam if you're going to make armor and such. So where do you get this stuff? My basic places that I go are craft stores, like Hobby Lobby, Joann, Michaels. Don't forget to use your coupons. A lot of them have coupons that run all the time. Hobby Lobby has a 40% coupon that is pretty much available all the time, and you can save a lot of money because these supplies add up really fast. Also, craft stores are a great place for your acrylic paints and craft foam sheets. And for hardware stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, and Ace Hardware, they are great for tools. It's also a good place for EVA foam. So basically, if you've never seen EVA foam, it's those interlocking foam mats that are textured on one side and smooth on the other. You've probably seen them in maybe daycares or playrooms and such, or in a workshop. And they interlock together and they're used as fatigue mats, anti-fatigue mats. So that's what EVA foam is. It's thicker, about 1/4 inch thick, and craft sheets they're a lot thinner. But they all come in different thicknesses. So where to buy the Worbla? I get mine from CosplaySupplies.com. You can probably see the links at the bottom in the description, or I'll put it also on the video somewhere over there. There's free shipping in the United States, which is A+, which is awesome. And I have a bunch of different types of Worbla. They got the Transfer Art and Warbler Black. And they also sell Wonderflex and a bunch of other different thermoplastics. If you want to get EVA foam online in bulk rolls, you can find it at foambymail.com. I've ordered a huge roll. It's not the textured one. It's actually smooth on each side. It's like EVA L200. I can't remember the number. But if you want like a huge giant bunch, just go to foambymail.com. You still have to pay for shipping, but I found that they're really reliable and it's cheaper even with a ship. So, where do you learn how to do all this stuff? Here are some really good downloadable ebooks and tutorials that you can actually buy from. The best one is Community Cosplay. That's her website right there. She is one of the bigger like cosplayers with tutorials and everything. She works with Warbler and Wonderflex. She's really helpful with armor making and painting and hooking up LEDs. She goes over all the basics. It's really nice. Her books are great. I downloaded like a big multi-pack of all her books. It's the PDF of just all 5 different ones. I got a deal for like $15, so it's really nice to have it on hand. And also there's Punish Props. They are really good with using EVA foam and showing you how to make armor with it. So I recommend you checking that one out. So, and some other places, Pinterest. You just go ahead and search there, and you can make a board to store all of your tutorials and such, so you know where to go. You can make little different boards, like one for cosplay, one for like painting and all kinds of stuff. It's really helpful. I like Pinterest. YouTube, of course, there's hundreds of thousands of tutorials on how to do basically anything on YouTube, as you know. The one I recommend is Evil Ted. He has really, really great videos on how to do EVA foam armor, and he'll teach you how to make patterns, and it's great. He's really easy to follow and understand. It's great for beginning cosplayers. Cosplaytutorial.com is a really huge directory of tutorials. There are hundreds of thousands, maybe not that much, maybe thousands. But there's a lot of tutorials all compiled there, and it's a really helpful place to go look. And the Cosplay Amino app, which is a free to download app, is a pretty new one. It's kind of like a cosplay community. So a lot of users go on there to post up their pictures of their cosplays and work in progress and blog posts and such. But they also post up a lot of tutorials, which end up on the front page of the Cosplay Amino app when you go to it. So that's really helpful. I found that one helpful there as well, so it's nice. So let's talk about planning and prepping. So when do you start planning to make your cosplays? All this depends on your skill level and, you know, how complex you are going to make your cosplay or whatever you're doing. I would say give at least 3 months before a convention. If you are unskilled or you've never done this, I would say give a lot more. If you're ordering supplies from outside the United States, because eBay, there's a lot of Chinese shipping, so it takes a long time for it to get here. Sometimes a month and a half, so give yourself that extra time. Don't wait last minute to order these things. So how do you plan? You can keep a checklist on what you need and what to do for each cosplay, so you can check it off as you go along. Or you could do an art journal. You sketch out, you know, a basic rough sketch of your cosplay that you want to do, so you know how each piece will fit to your body and you can scale it to such. And give enough time before the convention for room for mistakes, because you're going to run into mistakes. Especially as a beginning cosplayer, there's going to be a lot of these techniques and methods that you have never done before. And so give yourself some time and practice so you know what you're doing. I've messed up plenty of times. I mean, yes, as you can see there, it says don't be me. Because before this convention, I was supposed to have my Battle Sailor Mars cosplay done. I started on it a little late, probably like a week or two before. Oops. And I thought I could finish painting it before the convention. No, I didn't. Don't do that. Don't be me. Give yourself some time. Another good one I have here is the COS Planner app. It's also free to download, and this one is great for organizing all your stuff. So you see on the upper left hand corner picture, you can see all the different cosplays I have made, and you know, you can say what genre or what game or show whatever they're from and the name of the cosplay. And it has a little percentage bar on the side that shows you how far along you're going on your cosplay and how much you have left. And all that percentage is based on what you put into the cosplay. Like, as you see in the upper right there, it's what items you purchased, and if you've gotten it, if you check it off, it'll add a certain percentage. But the lower left panel there with the task, you can list all the different tasks that you need to do for your cosplay, and like, sewing, getting this, painting that. But I think you can only put like 5 in the task. And for the cosplay elements, like all the stuff you need to purchase or make, I think it's only up to 20 or 30. It's not very much, but you have to, if you want to add more to the list, you have to pay extra to the app so you can unlock that feature and add as much elements as you want. Also, in the middle bottom picture, you can see that you can add reference images of your cosplay. That's really good whenever you're out on the floor of your kitchen doing stuff and you don't want to drag your computer there. So just pull up your phone and you got your reference images right there. And the final panel on the bottom right is basically a summary of your cosplay after you're finished. It shows you how much time you spent on it, how much money you've spent on it, which is always really sad to look at, and all those other stuff. So that's always really helpful. I love this app. It's great. I could not recommend it more. So, convention etiquette. These are the basics. So, overview on prop weapons. Do not bring any sharp metal weapons into a convention. You are guaranteed to have it taken away or you'll be kicked out of the convention. So, even if your katana is dull and it's still metal, no, you're not allowed in there. No shurikens, don't do that, or tiny daggers and such. And for prop guns, airsoft guns, always have a orange safe detail, especially the more realistic looking guns. If you got a futuristic space age looking one, people are going to know that's not real. But if you have one that's a giant AR-15 or AK-47 or a Glock, you're going to need a orange tip on the end of it so they know it's not a real gun. That would be bad. You don't want the police called on you. So, and no props that actually shoot stuff. No BB guns, no airsoft guns, or bow and arrows. A lot of them will make you disable the shooting feature. They'll make you take out the spring in an airsoft gun or the BB gun, or they'll make you cut the string on the bow and arrows so you won't be able to actually shoot it. Or they'll make you tie down your arrows and such. So always review each convention's weapon rules. Every convention is different. Also, I'm not sure exactly why this PowerPoint keeps reformatting my text. I'm sorry, it looks terrible. But anyway, each convention has different weapon rules, so go ahead and read those over. You don't want to start working on one and get it halfway done just to realize that prop will probably won't let you into the convention, so crap. Yeah. So, other one, how much should you be covered when you go into a convention? Always have your privates covered, like your boobs and your butt and, your genitalia. Have that covered, no one wants to see it. Always review every convention's cosplay rules. Everyone has a different one. The Rocket City NerdCon, the one I just went to, has more strict rules. It's a very family-friendly environment because since it was in a public library. So there's absolutely no cleavage. I'm somehow managed to get through it with my Tifa Lockhart cosplay showing my stomach. But yeah. Also, let's go ahead here. Photo shoots. This is, a lot of cosplayers always kind of forget to do photo shoots. I mean, you spend all that time on it. You want photos. You want to show it off to people. So you can get professional or memorable photos of your cosplay, show off your hard work. Many conventions, they have a photo shoot booth set up. So you can have free photos taken and the photographer will either send you a link to download or they'll post it on the convention site so you can see it later and, save it. There's also private photo shoots and or outside of conventions. Make sure that you book with your photographer at least a week prior to the convention. Give you and them time to talk about what cosplay you're doing, what the character, how they are, so they can figure out what kind of environment that they need to shoot in. So you can also talk about, a bunch of other stuff, like poses and just shoot ideas back and forth. It's always great. Don't try and like book them last minute and be like, hey, take a photo of me. Don't do that. And also bring a friend along. You know, family or friends helps you feel a lot more comfortable when you're working with a photographer first time. I know I felt really awkward in my first couple of photo shoots. I had my husband with me, so that was okay. And the photographers I work with were really great too. Sometimes you might not click with your photographer. You might have some awkwardness between y'all, and just being there by yourself, whoops. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Just bring a friend along. They can also help carry your stuff and tell you, you know, if that pose looks weird or if you're showing, you're slipping or something. So, other information. So I'm going to encourage new cosplayers that you are not limited to doing just certain cosplays based on your age or race or gender or how your body is shaped. Don't listen to the people that are like, you can't cosplay them because you don't have big enough boobs or you're not that race or whatever. Don't listen to them. That is just crap. Just stupid. If you like the character, go ahead and cosplay them. That's what I'm telling you to do. Just have fun. That's what cosplay is about. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate. I know that you're probably thinking that someone's going to like come up to you and be like nitpicking your costume. You're like, oh my gosh, that sash is like a shade darker yellow than it's supposed to be. I don't know. That person's being mean. Just tell them to go away. You spent all that time on it and it's close enough. It's really hard to find that shade of yellow, okay? So, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. Sometimes, you know, you're working from 2D cosplays, you know, stuff in anime, and a lot of it probably should never be, like, possible to be worn on a 3D body. So, that's the magic of cosplay, is that you are trying to figure out how to do this costume onto a 3D body. So, you can't be accurate all the time. You might have to add straps or, like, little snaps or something there that's not on the actual costume, so it will stay on you. So that's the end of it. If you have any questions or any suggestions or anything, just go ahead and leave them in the YouTube comments below. I would like to hear from you if you have any other like videos like this that you would like me to do. Of course, this one was from my panel this weekend, so I presented it a little bit more casual like how I did. And also, thanks for watching. If you happen to find this video useful, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. I post a tutorial every week on Thursdays, so I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye!